Good afternoon. I just thought for something different, I would show you guys our pigeonry. Our pigeonry basically is on top of the house. So we have a kind of a square block, as you can see from the back garden looking up. There's a block up there that has a peaked roof on it. And then on the far side, it has a little window on it with little circular windows, I guess. From what we understand, we didn't even know it was there until we moved in. And it was either used for sending carrier pigeons, so they would basically tie little notes onto the pigeons and send them off, and they go to different villages and send messages, or they were using it for breeding pigeons to eat, or eggs or something. We're not too sure. So it's one of the two ways they do it. I think it's probably more for the eating of pigeons, but I'm not sure. Anyway, so it's called a pigeonry. And yeah, it's up there. You can see there's a little trap door up there in the ladder. Who wants to see what's up there? It's kind of interesting. Also take note that down here, I have a bunch of these tiles. The bricks tiles, I'm not sure what they really are. But yeah, let's check out upstairs. It's just a metal flap. Here we go. This is a little teeny thing up here, a little room. The little windows that I guess the pigeons used to come through, I'm not sure. And do you see where those blocks went? Let's see if I can get up here. Isn't that interesting? So this is just stuck right on the top of the house. All these little cubby holes on it. It looks like at some point there was a chandelier up here. It's fallen down and collapsed. There's the old door at the back there that I'm currently in, this doorway, which I'll show you when I get up there. Someone's got an old hat, a little funny stool, I guess for little kids, and there's like a book over here. And there's a little broom. I found some little pieces of marble. When we first got here about 2 years ago, there was a big pile of rubble in the middle here. And that's the pieces that I took down. I got rid of some of the dirt, but I never finished it. I thought, oh, I'm finding some cool stuff here, so I'll save this look for another day. But yeah, this is pretty much how I found it, except for the area right here in the center that had a big pile of those blocks. Let's go inside and I'll show you more. So here's the inside, almost through the door. Kind of cool. I don't really have the right camera for this, but it gives you an idea of what it is like up here. It's very cold. Whoop, careful where I'm walking. And then here is the door that probably was originally on it. It's on its side now. What do we have in the corner here? It's like a frame or something. We have a basket, which I'm guessing was to hold pigeons. It's kind of cool. We have an old pair of shoes. 2 old pair of shoes. Afraid of something jumping out here. They got a lot of spiders and things. And then over here, On top of this row of pigeonary things, there's looks like a box that maybe held pigeons. I don't know. And then there's a window, and it's just blowing through right now, this bottom part, as you can probably see. It's just a screen mesh covering the window, and then there's just a piece of plexiglass here. Oh, maybe it is glass. No, I think it's plexiglass. And that's covering some of it. And then there's over here at the bottom, there's a little door, a little trap door, and you can open it up. Oof. You can see how much dust is blowing through here. Open it up, and that's to the outside. And that's a view of, I believe, the edge of the Pyrenees, which is kind of cool. And that's our roof. And that's how bad our roof is at this point, which needs to be repaired. I'm going to shut this up. It's windy and cold. But yeah, so that's what this room looks like. We have here like a hat, some sort of sack thing. And it says something about images. This book down here, there's like a book of maybe someone's photo album. Something images. There's an umbrella over there. And I'll step back over here. And I'll show you where I came through. So down there is where I came through. And that's where that door goes, I believe. Now I think that all those tiles, you can look along here, or block bricks or whatever they were, connected all this. And I think all of this pigeonary section here collapsed at some point, and they never did anything with it. Also looking at the roof, looking at the age of those blocks up there, or the tiles. And basically what they do is they put these block or tiles underneath the roofing tiles. So we have kind of like terracotta tiles on our roof, and sorry, the window blew open. Terracotta tiles on the roof above these. So these things are basically tiles, and they look pretty new to me. And this wood looks pretty new to me. So what I think happened, considering if you look at the mortar on the top, how it's been kind of repaired, and it's a different color than the lower mortar, I think that this roof at some point collapsed. And I think that it took out the ceiling light, which is probably why there's no ceiling light up there, and it's on the ground. And I think they've just replaced the beam. And I think they've also replaced this ceiling in here, or this roof. Doesn't look very good. I can still see daylight out there, which is a bit crazy. I understand seeing it at the edges, but not in the middle. So we obviously need some work to be done on that, which we know. But yeah, it's an interesting little room. Give you another look over here at this chandelier thing, which is why one of the reasons why I stopped was I thought, oh, you know what, I'll see if I can pull that out and straighten it out at some point, but I'm just not sure the age of it. And I'll probably find some more hidden treasure in here, but who knows? I've not spent a lot of time up here. I've had so much other things to do. So I'm just going to leave it all like this as it is for now until I have time to fix it. It's a pretty good size room. What we were thinking of doing up here is the wall that did have the pigeonary, or that did have the pigeonary cubby holes, I guess they're called, that have collapsed. We're thinking of removing the rest of the bits and pieces of those cubby holes on just this wall, and then basically I'll restore the other ones, keep them the way they are. And what we'd like to do, if we're allowed to, by the city hall, or what they call Marie, is we'd like to put a big window in here. This whole side is a window, so we can look out and see the mountains. We'll probably have no problem replacing this window with a with something more modern. Not modern, we're going to keep it similar to that, but we just want something a little more airtight. Whether I build one by hand, repair this one, I don't know yet. We don't know what we're going to do with it, but because it's kind of a weird, it's not really a window on this side, it's actually like a mortar. Make the circles up. I don't know if we're going to keep it or not yet. We may just leave it like that. It's, once again, we're not too sure, but what we'd like to do is use this as kind of like a almost like an observatory room. So we could go and get a telescope in here and look at the stars, or I don't know. Depends what they let us do. If they can't put a window over here, maybe we'll open the top up with the skylights, two big skylights up here, or roof lights, and be able to look at the stars. Not sure. It's difficult to get windows approved here because we could be overlooking other people in the village. We are probably the highest house in the village. We're on the top of a hill and we do look down anyway, so that may help with us, or help us. But yeah, it's a weird room, isn't it? I think no one's been up here in a very long time, at least since, but I look at the date of things, I'm not even sure when, but it looks pretty old. This isn't the best ladder. It's quite scary coming down. So yeah, it's an interesting room. What we're thinking of doing is having a spiral staircase, like a wrought iron one, that kind of spirals up, really small, goes up into the pigeonry. Another thing we want to do is I want to build, this is going away, this is some sort of strange heater. I'm not sure what it does, whether it's oil or, but we're not using it. But we get rid of this, and then obviously all this mess of boxes. And we're going to build a library, a wooden library that wraps around all this section here. I may also want to make, or might try to make, a hidden door. You know how you have a library where the books open up, you pull a book and it slides or it opens or something like that. It'd be kind of a cool spot to have a hidden room in there that we'll probably use for, like, that was going to be our video game room. If kids come over, send them up here, and yeah, things would be fun to do. But hopefully in the future I'll have time once the bones of the house get sorted and we've got at least a bathroom and we've got a bit of a kitchen. This will be next on our list of getting things done. Hopefully you enjoyed the little tour. Yeah. What would you do up there? For me, I think it'd be cool to look at the stars at night and stuff like that, or at least have a little cool room to hang out in and look over at the mountains. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the little sneak peek. And yeah, let me know what you think we should do.